You guys, this is pretty sick because this is probably going to be the last Unity relearning stream. There are still a bunch of like categories left, but I'm actually only going to relearn this one and this one, and the rest of them I will just look at them whenever I need them. But I don't need them now, so yeah. First of all, like on yesterday's stream, I actually made I made a lot of progress on the main menu. Like I actually finished the menu, and now I only have left the pause menu, which is pretty similar to the main menu. So I guess it's going to be fast. And then the camera movement, which I need to see because there's like a bug related to the camera movement. So let's start with main menu. So we have here this object here, which has this pause menu script attached, and this has like some references to stuff from the scene. So it has a reference to the pause menu object, to the minimap, which is what's the minimap? Yeah, the minimap is literally the minimap that you see on the pause menu. You have the minimap camera. Like there's a camera that which points. Where's the camera? Let's find the camera. There it is. So there's this camera which points to the minimap. So when you open the pause menu, like this, you can see the map and you can rotate it and see it in real time. So that's basically a Dynasty Warriors reference, in case you have played that game. Then you have the touch screen. I don't know why. Well, yeah, because like this is not only for the pause menu, but it also enables or disables the touch screen depending on if you are playing in Android or in Windows. So yeah, let's look at the script. Let's see how it works. It's not very long. It's only 100 lines. So let's see. First, there's all the references to stuff. Then we have on the awake function. Wait, let me open this so I can take notes. Screen with mantis. Okay. Need more space. Okay, so we have Unity Android. So in the awake function, if you were playing on Android, activate the touch screen, and if it's not Android, then disable the touch screen. Makes sense because you only need the touch screen when playing on mobile. So let me write this down. Okay, now on the start function, okay, first of all, we set the pause menu to be false, and we also disable the minimap because like I could just leave the minimap enabled, but the problem is if you leave it enabled like this, even if it's not in the view of the camera, it literally makes the game run way worse. So that's why I disable it whenever the menu is closed, and I just make it appear when the menu appears. Then we have, let me actually write it down. So we have start function. Beginning, disable the pause menu, minimap on the minimap calendar. Yo, Kensh, what's up? You have to join the call, bro. You have to join the call so that the stream is more entertaining. Okay, start. Yeah. So at the beginning, disable the pause menu, minimap, and minimap camera. Then we have PC menu. No, I can't. It's okay, bro. At least you're in the chat, unlike everyone else. Like there's no one, bro, besides you. I'm about to go gym. GG, bro. Good luck with the team. So yeah, you get the reference to the PC menu. The stream just started. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe not. Like Bash said, if I streamed at my 11 p.m., he will join the call. But he doesn't even respond to my pinging. So, you know. Okay, so you get the reference to the PC menu and the mobile menu. And then if you're playing Android, then you find what's this? Oh yeah, this is just getting the references, right? Like the reference to the options panel, graphics panel, and controls panel is null for Android because you can't change the controls on Android. You're stuck with the defaults. And why do I even need those references exactly? For example, the graphics panel, where do I use it? Is it for resetting? I think this is for like, I don't even remember how the pause menu works. Let me see. Like, can you get out of the menu from any point, like from any sub menu? Bro, come on! Okay. Yeah, you actually can. If you press the escape key, it directly gets out of the whole menu. So yeah, that's why I get the references. I get them so that if you exit the menu without going back through your previous steps, the menu state like resets, so that when you pause again, you get back to the main pause menu instead of being on the sub menu. Okay, so here also, if we are playing Android, PC menu child object gets disabled and the allow menu mobile object gets enabled. The contrary happens if they are on PC. And then also here you get the references to each submenu. Later on you can reset menu back to the default panel. Okay, then on the update function, okay, this is just a, if you press the escape key, you get, okay, so, oh, this is actually also for pausing. So this checks on every frame if you press the escape key. But I think on mobile, when you press the pause button, that button emits like the same thing that the escape key does. Let me see how that button even works. It's probably part of the touch screen. Pause. Is there? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I was wrong. It's just a button which calls the pause game function directly. Like it doesn't even pass through the update. Okay, great. So I need to take note of it. So we have update text if we escape key pressed. To either pause the game or resume it. On mobile, pause the game by calling the pause game function or resume it by calling resume game. And on mobile, the pause game function is called directly from the pause button. Not going through this. Okay, and now let's see how the pause and resume game work. Functions work. So the pause one first. Okay, so first we activate, yeah, of course. First of all, we activate the minimap. Why is there miniature map and minimap? What's the difference? Oh, this is reset rotation. But what's even miniature map? Oh, it's a reference. Okay, it's the reference to the script which is attached to the game object. It's not the game object, but the script which is attached to it. Okay, so reset rotation. Yeah, makes sense. First, the minimap camera are activated. And the pause menu game object is activated. The pause flag is set to true. Again, it's frozen by setting time scale equals 0. And root singleton instance. Oh, and you also set the volume to 0.4. I still have to see how the SFX works, but like I don't really care right now. Like there's a bunch of stuff which I'm not going to look at for now. I'm just looking at like the basic stuff which I really need. And then for some other like not so important features, I can look at them later whenever I need to know how they work. Okay, that's what the pause game function does. Now the resume game. So first you disable the pause menu. It's disable the flag pause. Then time scale moves back to 1, and then this is where you reset the default state. And then you have if control, yeah, of course, because on mobile you don't have a controls panel. Then you have minimap camera, yeah. Also the minimap and minimap camera are turned off. Then if you're on Android, nothing. But if you're on PC, then do this thing, which consists on re-enabling all player inputs, because if not, the input system won't update the key bindings for the characters after changing the controls in the controls menu. Re-enable. What do you exactly mean by re-enable? So you have an input, player input, controller, player controller, input actions, global actions. What's global actions, bro? Responder. Need to explicitly tell the instance characters to use the global assets because by default they clone. Whoa. I remember this was pretty weird. By default they clone it so control changes don't get reflected in real time only after reloading the scene with tags. Or when they use it. Spawn player actions equals global actions. What's global actions? Is this something that I specified through the inspector? Probably this. Let's see. Have the player spawner. Yeah, here. Okay, so yeah, there was like a problem where this thing will get cloned instead of using the original one to use the global asset because by default they clone it. So control T. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I understand. So like the controls menu changes the original input system asset, but the characters instead of using the original one, they clone it and create copies of their own. So even if you change this one, they are still using copies, so then they don't see the changes you made to the controls until you restart the game, basically. And that's why I do this thing, which is when I spawn a player, I set its actions to that reference of the original object. I'm going to take a note of that. This will be on the player spawning. Spawn player. Calculating it, the character is spawned on that position. Okay, probably gonna here before assigning the controls. The actions of the player input. Yo, someone join. Gracie Studios official join the call. Yo, I'm streaming on YouTube. So if you talk, you will be heard in the stream. Before assigning the controls, the actions of the player input are assigned. No, are, how do I say this? Mm, assigned to the original, because when you instantiate the player input gets asset gets copied. Yo, someone else joined. Yo, it's Bash. What's up, Bash? He's muted. Okay, so before seeing the controls, yeah, the player input asset gets copied. So changing the controls on the menu only changes. Okay, wait. And since changing the controls on the menu changes the original asset, the characters won't mm, won't see those changes until after resetting the. Okay. Okay, but that's like not the whole story, because even if you assign this, then on the post menu, there's still this thing where I can assign it again, or what? Like, I get a reference to the, what is this character? No, Bash left. He didn't even unmute himself. He trolled me, bro. He just joined but didn't talk at all. Hmm. Don't know what happens here. Like, this is a player input. What is character? Okay, this is. I think this is the dictionary which stores all of the characters which are on the scene currently. So you go to the character and then you access what is this? OBT. Oh, it's probably just like, yeah, this is the character object. And then from there you get the player input component. So this is just the player input component which is attached to the character. And then so like you just assign again the global actions, and that's it. Why do I say re-enable? I'm not re-enabling anything. I'm just assigning again the global actions. So its current control scheme Maybe this is the re-enable part. Who joined now? Bash joined again. Is he going to continue trolling?
Bro, my computer broke because of you.
Yo, he's talking.
You put a virus. You put a virus on the voice call, then my computer froze.
Bro, how did you know that they put a virus in the call?
It's probably what happened to Jay-Z. He couldn't even unmute either.
Bro, I'm
Okay, bye, I'm gonna go now. I just joined so that I can say that I joined, and I'm gonna go.
Bro, you literally say that if I stream at this hour, you will work on DBCF2 at the same time.
Bro, no one said anything. Yo, why is there swearing? Delete the swearing, bro.
Well, I'm not mad anymore, so maybe I can delete it now. Bro, I was really mad when programming this file. Actually, it made it really hard to read the comment. Like, I had to skip all of the swears so I could understand what was written.
Why isn't Ken here? Why is he at the gym?
Yeah, he just came for like a minute and then he went away. We're almost done. Like, look at this. I'm going to do like the menus. I'm almost done with the menu, and then I have to do the camera.
So why is the mini map?
The what?
Why is it Oh no, that's for when you pause the game, right?
Minimap? This?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not actually a minimap. It's how I call the how's it called? Like when you make a miniature of something, does it have a word? Like in Spanish, I know the word.
I don't know English.
Like taking something which is usually big and making a small recreation of it, you know?
Yeah. Miniaturization.
I guess that works.
I don't know. Ken knows better. He's smart.
Okay, it's not here. He abandoned that. Okay, so yeah.
Because he's working on a Naruto mod, that's why.
I hope he gets Pixel Lab and tests the new feature they have, so that I can know if it's worth it or not, because I don't want to pay again 14 euros for losing my time. Okay, so I need to make a note for this. Resume game. So the minimum and minimum camera are turned off. Then also the options, the player input component of each character on the scene have to be reassigned to global options, and then it's adding switch current control scheme function so that they see the update original player input actions instead of their copies. Okay. And then we have back to main menu, which probably just gets called by the Where do we have post menu? Probably the main menu button, which is this thing. Bro, where is it? There. This probably calls the function. Yeah. So it just goes to timescale 1 and pause becomes false and you load the main menu scene. Wait, you have a scene manager object? No, it's actually a built-in thing. So like I don't do anything when going back to the main menu. I don't need to clear anything at all.
What does it say? New model GPT 5.5.
Where does it say that?
Bro, you're using
Okay.
AI.
Bro, it's just Cursor trying to wanting me to sell my soul to the AI corporations.
Wait, you're using.
What?
Oh, okay. Why don't you just code directly in Unity?
Code in Unity? What does that mean?
I mean, Unity has its own. You can open scripts and code in there.
Can you? I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
you have to use an IDE.
You sure? Let me Google it right now.
Like
Can you
I have
code
never-
directly in Unity? Copilot search is taking so long.
Maybe I can use Notepad.
Now you can program in Unity, man.
What?
Where are your scripts? Can't you just open it in Unity?
Bro, if I double click a script, it just opens the IDE that I have assigned to Unity.
Right click it?
Bro. What?
Open.
It will just open in Cursor because that's what they have configured.
Okay, well then that's why. It's because you configured it that way.
Yeah, but like, I think by default you just get Visual Studio.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, edit the script. Double click the script. It will open in your default code editor. The heck, Unity sucks.
What do you have to press?
No, it just opens automatically in your default code editor.
Why does it suck? Like it's literally good. Hey, Kenshi's back.
Is he?
He said, "Oh wow, Bash is in call."
Yo, Ken, join.
Nah, he can't.
Let's all work on each of our projects.
Bro, yeah.
I'll work on DBZ LF2, you work on LF2 Naruto, and he'll work on Epic DBZ all together.
Yeah, again, you have to get Pixel Lab and test the new animation feature and report to me if it's worth it or not. But you can probably use it even on your phone because like you don't even need to use Spread. You can use like their website, which also has like a pixel art editor. So now is Bash actually working on hotfix? I don't know. I don't think so. He's not.
I will if you come join the call and work on LF2 Naruto, bro.
Bro, you have to join the call. Like you're our only hope for getting the hotfix right now. Okay, you have to join.
I'll probably have to go in a bit to the library to print something for my wife.
Bro, then you.
Tomorrow though, I'm gonna finish the entire hotfix in one day, bro.
Okay, bro.
Release it on
Do a
Sunday.
Do a 20-hour stream and finish it.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Like I load the main menu, but I mean,
Bro, everything is up in the hotfix. I haven't even started at all since June. I've done zero work. At this point, I should just kill the game, bro.
I have asked him that exact question so many times, and he always says everything is lit.
The game's over, bro. Game over, dog.
Or do we have the general functions here? I want to see like, I think the object manager has the clear all. Yeah, and clear all gets called when you go to the main menu scene, basically. Wait, is this the last relearning stream? Probably it is, because I'm going to show it again for the 5th time. There are a lot of non-green stuffs, but the only two things that I care about right now are the menu system and the camera movement, and the other ones can be left for later on for other streams, which won't be like relearning streams. Maybe on one stream, I create the new UI, and the first step for creating the new UI will be relearning it, but I won't have like a whole stream dedicated to that, you know. Hey bro, look at all this. Look at all these explanations. Isn't this epic?
Yo, Ken, I can't wait for this weekend when you release Path to Nard. Using AI to complete the entire game in one day.
Kenshi, you don't even need to mod F2, you can just byte code a whole game in 1 second. It will be filled with bugs and unmanaged edge cases, but it will be a game, I guess. Which sprites were not bad, bro? The sprites suck. Like, even if a single sprite looks good, if the animation is bad, then it's bad, you know? Yeah.
Or when did I say that the AI is bad? That's like lying on my name, bro.
Okay, let's add here the on single function. Yeah, I was seeing that here on the object manager, you get the clear all. So the object manager clears
Where
everything.
the characters gonna be Naruto and Sasuke? Sasuke? Naruto and Sasuke?
Right, that's a good scope. That's basically like the 0.1 version from Epic DVC. Like, it's literally the same. But I have
Now
3
they have
characters.
5 characters.
Has 3, not 5. What?
Oh, that's 3.
So, like, I don't understand. Like, I just load the main menu, and like, if I reload the main
I
scene,
never true Naruto. Bro, speak English, man.
I never do that.
It will be Shikamaru and Gaara, probably.
Yo, who's
Who the heck is
Shikamaru, bro?
Shikamaru?
Who's that guy?
I never drew Naruto. It will be Shikamaru. Oh, he never drew. He never drew Naruto. He only drew Shikamaru and Gaara.
Okay. Bro, how did you get that? Like, you have superpowers.
Bro, just use AI to draw it. Why do you need to draw it yourself?
Yeah, exactly, bro. Just
Like,
get
dumb or
pixel
something,
up.
bro?
Get
I
pixel
don't know how
up.
good AI is, but he can't even get it to do the design.
Get pixel up, and then get the game done in like 2 days, bro. So easy. You said it, not me, bro. Okay, global action. Yeah, so like, I guess when you reload the scene, it just returns to the original values. I need to ask ChatGPT, to be honest. Like, I'm kinda confused. Let me just make sure.
Bro, if AI needs a reference point, then AI sucks.
What?
He said he needs to give it a reference sprite, which means AI sucks.
Bro, but you already have the reference, right? For Shikamaru and Gaara.
Not for Naruto, though.
Yeah, but just make Shikamaru and Gaara. Why make Naruto?
Naruto Uzumaki.
Bro, what do you mean fix the UI? The UI is not broken. What? If I look it's still going to modify it during gameplay and reload it. Do those modifications disappear? Yes, those modifications disappear. Okay, that's everything I needed to know. Elmayo, you know what I mean. Bro, I don't know what you mean because you say fix and you can't fix something which is not broken, you know? Bro, I don't know what do you mean. No, actually, I don't know what do you mean because is the UI the main menu or is the AI the is the UI the health bars and the power level and the key bar? Like, what's the UI?
He's gonna open the source code so I can port DBZLF2.
You know?
WDev, bro.
He's gonna open source some AI slope code. Pretty cool. It's everything.
WDev.
Bro, like literally you can go through the last 9 streams and just copy all of my code. Like it's so easy. You can just copy my whole project by watching the streams. I think I opened like 90% of the scripts. Maybe the code open source. Bro, I'm not going to make the code open source to feed the AIs with my epic coding skill. You know, like no, bro. Bro, I don't even know what a pull request is, bro. I don't know anything.
What's this, bro?
What?
This guy's a fake programmer.
I don't know anything about GitHub, bro. I suck at GitHub.
What about merge request? You know merge request?
Bro, I don't know what a request is. What's a request? I just know pull and push, or what's it called like that? Pull and push, and that's
This
it.
guy is a fake programmer, man.
Or commit, and then push, maybe something like that. Okay, so let's continue. Back to main menu. Back to main menu. Gets called when you press the main menu button. It sets the time scale back to 1 and close the main menu scene. And
Yeah, that happened to my GBZF2 website a bunch of times. I think it only got approved after I made more pages with more text. Because there wasn't enough like text content. I think.
just have like a tab where you describe your experience as a programmer, and you can fill that with
There's a
a lot of
poster.
text.
Oh, poster makerspace. Okay. Yeah, you need to write like a whole description about it, bro. And is it only one page or are there multiple pages? If it's just like if it's just one page, just the app itself, then it might be hard. You need to make like one website that hosts all of your different apps. And then you just monetize that one website and you do. You'll DM me the link though, so I can like use your poster maker for. I can make a poster for the next update.
Okay, so I finished this post menu script, and now I just have to see if the graphics and controls settings menu work the same as the main menu ones, which probably they will, because it's like this exactly the same graphics and controls menu. I don't see why it would be different. So we have options. Let's see the options. No, not here. Options panel. And you have graphics panel. Graphics, and then here you have all the sliders and stuff, and all of that calls functions from the graphics menu script, which is the exact same script as we have on the main menu. It's this one here, graphics menu. That's to the game graphics game object, which stores the sliders and dropdowns. Yeah, it's the exact same. Then the controls will be the exact same also. Like you have different keys. Let's see. Control schemes. You have the keys, and each key has this rebind action UI thing where you delete the binding, and the someone joined. Ban Cafe joined the call. Epic. You're streaming on YouTube, so if you talk, you will be heard on the YouTube stream. Just so you know. Okay, yeah. So like it's the exact same thing. Like you delete the action, and then the binding, which corresponds to either keyboard 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. No, he went away, bro.
Probably got the virus.
Got the virus.
The coronavirus.
It's not epic, bro. Okay, yeah, so I'm just going to write that the graphics and controls menu work the same. I'm going to write like graphics / controls, and I'm just going to explain that it's literally the same. These menus work the same as the versions from the main menu. It is kind of concerning because, like, if I change the graphics menu, for example, then I have to make the exact same changes on the menu from the main menu and the one from the mobile version. Like, that sucks. I don't know if I can
ask AI how to make it like a one thing that edits both.
Yeah, I'll have to do that, but I'll do it.
Code reused, bro.
I'll do it in the future. Like when I want to remaster the menu, which probably will be this update, and if not, it will be the next time. Then I will see how to do it.
Now then, Ken's not gonna play until the UI is updated.
Yeah, like I remember, like when he played for the first time, and he was just like talking about the UI and ignoring the rest of the game because he didn't like the UI, bro. Like I haven't.
The UI played a huge role in his
like
critique.
He gave
meta analysis.
He gave such a low score for it being literally an alpha that they did in 3 months. And like it almost has no bugs. The gameplay works perfect. Like it works the same as the VCLF2. But since he didn't like the UI of the alpha of the first alpha version, then bad score. Like I think he gave it like a 7 or something, bro. Like it should be a 9 at minimum, you know, bro. These menus work the same as the versions from the main menu. The graphics menu. This is the.
Yeah, Let's see how the LF2 Naruto UI are gonna be after this weekend, bro.
He will probably generate it through AI, so it will look like good but generic, probably. Graphics. No, actually, if it's a DVCLF2 mod, then I don't think he will change the UI.
In DBZ LF2 mod or just a LF2 mod?
Yeah, LF2, bro. Where do you imagine a mod of DVCLF2? Well, actually,
Yeah, there is actually.
There is
There is
the
the
DLC.
Dragon Ball Super one. They use those weird sprites, and he basically did not mod the characters at all. He just reskinned everybody.
Oh yeah, you remember, bro, that guy on that
Bro, that one
forum.
was so bad, bro.
On that
Just every character was just a reskin.
Graphics.
Like, no data was edited at all.
And the guy saying in the comments, "Yeah, bro, this takes time because I'm the only one working on this." What?
Damn, bro.
Graphics.
He's waiting for the next version of my games too.
Exactly. It's attached to the.
And out of the small box, you can't.
I don't need to explain considering it was the same. Controls menu, it's the same. Revive action UI. Okay. So now I'm going to have here a note for like. I'm going to make it red. Note. We can make all the menus. Graphics and controls be editable at the same time. Right now, if I want to make a change in the menu, I need to do the exact same thing on every menu, which might be annoying. Not sure. No. Like, I'm not sure if it's going to actually be annoying because, like, I can just edit one, like the one from the main menu, and once it's done, then I copy paste it to the post menu, and that's it. Like, that might work because it's just 3 instances of the menu. One on the main menu. No, actually, it's 2 on the main menu.
He didn't even go to the gym yet.
What?
Why
Why didn't you do it, bro?
He's a scammer.
Okay, so yeah, this is done. We're done with the menu system. So epic, bro. Now the camera. So the camera, I remember, is just one script, which might be a bit confusing, but like, let me show you what's the bug that I want to fix. So I'm going to add a character. Okay, so basically, when you go, can I use full screen here? Is there full screen? Just like the size of the window might kinda mess up the camera. Well, I don't think it's a big problem. So when you go here, like the camera doesn't reach the bottom, and like there are certain situations. I think when you die and you're like on free camera mode, you can't go down there. Let me like start a match. and get myself killed. So I'm going to get Vegeta and I'm going to play against Super Gogeta so that he can insta-kill me. Hey, bro, kill me. Kill me very fast. Bro, the auras look so good. Bro, why doesn't he kill me? Okay, now I kill. And if I go down, as you can see, like the camera doesn't let me go to the bottom. Like I get stuck there. So I have to fix that somehow. And I also need to, but like this is not necessary yet, but I need to make it so the camera, like the how how far the camera can travel has to depend on the size of the map. But I'll only need that when there are multiple maps. So let's see. Let's go to the camera script. It's probably attached to the main camera. Yeah, camera move. So let's edit it. Okay, so let's see. There's some trigonometry here, I'm pretty sure, which I'm going to have to figure out. Because if not, I can't really detect where the root of the bug is. So let me add here a new box. Camera movement filter. Well, also I want to add on this update the camera angles. Well, or maybe on the next one, maybe not this. Mm, okay, so smooth time. I don't know what that is. Distance, velocity, camera confined area. Okay, this is supposed to be the area that the camera can move into. Then target pose offset. Aim to edit the camera offset on custom move scope so that the camera changes its position relative to the player. Okay, yeah, I know what that is. It's for like when you throw a big bang attack or something like that, and like Vegeta is up in the air and you throw it down, but since the camera is pointing at you, then you don't really see down there what's happening. So this is for like moving the camera down on those situations. And there's the reference to the camera.
Sure.
Manual move. I don't know what any of this is right now. Manual speed. Manual mode. What?
There you go. I got to go.
Okay. Thanks for joining.
Good luck with your stream, bro.
Thanks, bro. See ya.
Amen.
Start. Camera main. Bro, why am I assigning again the global actions here? That's so random. What is this? Wait, is this because... Oh yeah, that's because like the camera also has like a player input. Because like you can move the camera, you know, like when you die, you move the camera, not your character. That's why the camera also needs like controls. Mm, this is kind of weird though because I'm like setting keyboard one controls, but then I don't understand how do you even move the camera on mobile. Yo Delta, you have finally appeared. Don't forget to add a Windows screen. Yeah, I know. That's part of the. Well, maybe I have not add. Have I added it to the game progress? Yeah, bro, I have a death screen progress bar. Okay, so here what I do is I set the camera controls to be the keyboard one, but like again, keyboard one is only for. No, actually, keyboard one doesn't necessarily mean keyboard. It means like player one. Okay, yeah, that's it. Like even though says keyboard, this actually should be called player one. So it's fine. Everything is fine. Like the fact, yeah, you can see here the gamepad. Gamepad is the thing that makes mobile work. Okay, let me add. I just remembered I have to add to the list to the to-do list controller support. But I don't know if I'll make it for this update, so I'm going to add it to the optional list. Controller support. But I'll add it to be like the first element of the optional. Okay, let's go. So start. Here, the layer one controls are set for the player input component of the camera because you have to be able to move the camera freely after dying. Okay. Then if you're playing on Android, the like you set this size of the camera, but I don't know why in particular in Android. That's a bit random. Why not on PC too? Then you have float camera angle, transform rotation your angles. Okay, here we start with trigonometry. Epic moment. So let me first of all, like, let me open up Paint. Wait, are the scripts different for PC and Android? No, they use the same scripts, but sometimes you see here this weird hashtag conditional. Like this is used for checking if this is an Android build or a PC build. So some parts, some very specific parts of the code change between game versions. So let me use this epic thing to draw. Oh, I need to connect it because it's not connected. Okay, so Like, let's see, let me remember how this works. Okay, first of all, the camera cannot rotate on any of like these angles. You can't rotate it like that. So you can just, for now, think of this as a 2D thing. So the camera points like down like that. And then you have the ground. So you need to make brown. Okay, let me do it. No, I'm stupid, bro. Why I'm not? Why didn't I create a new layer? Actually, if I'm going to draw lines, I'll better use just my mouse. So that's like the camera. So like if the map limits are this and this, I have to make sure that like the down like this bottom part of the camera can't go across this section here. So like this has to be the limit position of the camera, and this has to be like the maximum position here. So what we have is we have like the angle of the camera, and we also have the width, and we don't care about this distance because it's orthographic. We'll actually care about it when we use perspective, because perspective cameras do this instead. Like they expand instead of being straight like that. But they can just adjust it for this one, and then the perspective one just has even more field of view, so like it doesn't really matter. Like actually I don't want the map to, I don't want the map to just abruptly end like this. I want it to continue more so that there's no way you can see this yellow thing. Like when you are inside of the game and you look out of the map, like you see like the background. You don't actually see the. Let me show you. Like if I change the rotation of the camera, now you see that, like you see the border there, and it's pretty ugly. So let's see. Rough camera angle. Okay, this is the X angle. So this is this angle here, and we have target position equals vector zero. Like it's an empty vector. In root singleton. Okay, this is if there are no human players left alive, then get into manual mode, which means you manually move the camera. But then if a player appears, then go back into, like turn manual mode off. Okay, I'm going to need to take a note of this, but first of the two. What is this, bro? Mm, so first check if there aren't any human players alive. And if so, then set manual mode to true. If manual mode is true and there are no players alive, and set it to false. Yeah, I think I can know what this is about. Like, camera needs like a target position, which is probably like the center here of the screen. So when you're playing as a character, the position of that character becomes automatically the target position. So the camera moves to match that target position. But then when you're on free mode, you need some kind of offset, like from the position of the camera, you need an offset, which is like this distance here, so that the camera knows where the target position is. Yeah, that's why I'm multiplying by the distance. So the distance actually matters. Yeah. Okay. It's actually. Oh, what's the distance actually? What is distance? The distance is literally nothing. It's a public float. What is this? I don't understand, bro. Like I can modify it. Oh, the camera is actually moving. I just don't see it because I'm on photographic, but if I go into, yeah, like this actually moves the camera. Mm, wait, does it actually move the camera? Yeah, it does. Like I just saw that coordinate move. So you said the but like the distance to what? To the I don't understand that. Like, I don't see where is this distance variable being used. Hmm. Oh, actually, maybe it makes sense. I think. I don't know, bro. This is kind of weird. Like, what happens if I set the default distance to be different? Does the camera move? Yeah, it did it move? Where's the camera right now? No, what? Just what? The camera is down. Yeah, it moved really far. Like it moved horizontally, not vertically. Yeah, I don't get it. This is very weirdly done. But anyways, like it's like this assumes that the distance is properly set by default. 24, 8. Like what's even that distance exactly? Is that a distance that they have calculated, or what is it? I'm guessing it's the distance that they calculated from there to here. But like, why is it hard coded like that? It doesn't make any sense. Like, did I actually code this? Why am I so stupid to make it like this? Distance. Layer dict count different than 0 and manual mode. So if you're in manual mode, then manual mode is changed here from the callback context. So here you get the movement vector. Mm, what are these hard-coded values? Like, this is so wrong. But this distance should get automatically calculated. I don't know is why it is not calculated by default. Like, it should be the distance to like the point where the camera view meets the ground. But of course, like this, the ground is like not on y0. It's instead of on -6.12 for whatever reason. But doesn't matter. I need to like get this. Need to use this. And no, actually, maybe that's wrong because like there's verticality, you can climb rocks and stuff. So it doesn't make sense to fix the distance like that. Or whatever, you cannot like. There's this condition also. Mm, so oh wait, this is basically the reason why you can go down after dying. Because there's this stupid like limit, I think, or maybe not. Like extra. What I'm interested is in the. I don't get it. No, yeah, like, look, I probably if I delete this, it will get fixed. Let me check. I need to delete this and this. Wait, what? Hmm. Okay, yeah, I was probably wrong. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Because like this is the target position. This is not the actual camera position. Like this is part of the problem, but it's not the full problem. Okay, then, if you're not in manual mode, then the target position is just calculated through the positions of the characters, which makes sense. Like this kind of like this calculates the mean of the positions of all human players, the average. Then you have offset, can height, can width. Okay, yeah, this is like the size of the camera. While x-axis adjustment just needs to know the width of the camera, and z-axis adjustments also needs to take, yeah, the angle, of course. The next variable represents the projected height of the camera onto the terrain plane. Yeah, so this is like here you have this camera pointing like this. So I guess this variable is going to be this projection, like this segment here that's projected onto the ground. So distance between counter C and the lowest point on the map plane that is seen on the camera. Okay. Delta D equals Okay. So this is some formula that I came up with, which works, because if it didn't work, then the camera wouldn't work. So I'm going to just assume that formula is right. So that this delta D is like this distance here. Then z-axis adjustment. So if, yeah, so like if this point of the camera is below the limit, then what? It's a bit weird because this says that if you're like on this situation, for example, then this is not right. No, wait, actually is. No, it's actually right, yeah. It just says like if you surpass it, then move it to like the limit. That's everything that says. Okay, yeah. Okay, it makes sense, but like I think the problem is this part here. I think, or maybe not. Like I'm not sure. There's this thing where the camera changes depending on the size of the window. I think that's the actual problem. Like if I move this window, like you can see the camera basically changes its size. No, but actually it works. Like yeah, like look, this is actually changing. Yeah, so it technically works. Like you can get the limits of the map and everything. So then the actual problem is, I think that the problem is that these values here are hard coded, and instead they should depend on like the size of the camera or something. Like definitely they should not be hard coded. That's like 100% true. I have to find what values they have to put in here. Mm, now how do I find it? Okay, yeah, these values are actually just like the C1, the one for the C axis, is just this delta D, which I'm calculating here. Where am I calculating here? But the problem is that I calculated too late. Like I can't use it back here if I am calculating it here. But this depends on the cam height, the angle, and the angle. So that means that I can just calculate this before, and that's it. So let me move it up. Because I need to use it before. So now here I need to use delta V, and here also delta V. And then also the same here. Just notice the ghost right in the thumbnail. It's not in the thumbnail, bro, it's the title of the video. The thumbnail doesn't have any words. And then the X range is using +10. So the X-axis is actually pretty easy because the projection is the same as the width, which means that I just need to use the width of the camera, and that's it. So where do I have width? Cam width. Again, I'm getting it like for some reason too late. So I need to change this code to up here. And now I can just take the cam width, the half of the cam width, and use that. Okay, let's see if that works. I think it's working because you can see a small yellow line there, which means I'm at the absolute border. And then here on the down part, let me check, like, bro, what? I'm not even close. Like, literally not even close. Like, the camera should be here. Bro, don't move away. It should be like there, you know? I don't get what the problem is. I'm saying, if, no wait, actually, it's even, maybe the problem is this distance here. This is like hard code for some reason. No wait, but actually this thing here is now good because because like I'm pretty sure like the camera can't move down more. Yeah, like if I move it here on the editor, it just goes back, which means that that's the actual limit of the camera. So the problem is the limit of the camera, not the limit of the target position. So this part is fixed, and now I need to figure out why doesn't the camera move more than that. Well, it could be because of the limits here that they have set, and also it can be because of this distance. This distance is pretty weird. Like I need to calculate the distance here. Is to do it like distance equals so like it just needs to know so I need this height here and this angle which I have like the height is just this y minus this other y and that's it. So I'm going to assume that all the planes will be at this height. It's kind of wrong because like imagine I use planes which have like slope and stuff, then they won't be planes, you know. So the limits can get confusing there. I actually don't know how to set the limits of the camera if the map is not like a square like this. And that's actually a problem. Like right now, I'm assuming that the map is a square. That's it, or a rectangle. Like yeah, any kind of rectangle. But if the map was instead like an L, like if the map was this, if this was the shape of the map, then I wouldn't really know how to define the limits of the camera. That's why probably instead of actually having limits on the camera, I need to just make it so like there's a barrier here that you can't surpass. And that's it. Like the character can't pass that barrier and that's it. You know? Instead of having these weirdly called things for the limits, I can just do that because like right now I literally can only have rectangle shaped maps. And that's a pretty big problem. So yeah, that's what I will do. But anyways, I still want to fix it for this square map, and later on I can just change it. Let me take a note of it. This approach to just have physical map limits while having the map continue for a bit after those limits so that you don't see the map. Yeah, like the system I'm currently using is just not good because I can only use rectangle maps. So I'm just going to edit a bit the limits for this map in particular, but then when I add new maps, I'll just remove completely this feature. Like I don't know why didn't I think of this before. Like I literally can only do square maps right now. It's pretty stupid. So yeah, I'm just going to like I just have to edit the limit values and that's it. You can do it while in game to see in real time what the good limits are. So let me see. You have the main camera. in the C range. So here I'm going to decrease this. And now I can move further down, decrease it more, even more, and more. Bro, this is so much decreasing. Okay, there. And yeah, 38 is pretty good. And then the upper border will be like that. So I'm going to copy these two values, and that's it. Okay, pretty epic. So that problem is fixed, and later on I will just completely remove this feature. So, okay, do you know what this means? This means that I just finished relearning my Unity project. Where I literally just finished it. These 9 streams of suffering through all of my 8-month-old code, it has finally ended. Well, there's still some relearning left, but as I said, I'm not going to do it right now. Like, I'll do it later on. So yeah, pretty epic. So now that I'm not going to relearn anything, I have to start adding new content and optimizing and fixing bugs. So before ending the stream, I want to actually, now that I'm looking at the camera, I want to look at how to make the camera rotate in-game without breaking the game, you know? So let me see. Like, I remember there was a weird bug where the sprite got rotated or something. Let me look at that. So we need to start a fight with a lot of NPCs. I'm going to get Gogeta so that I don't die easily. Now, let me check. Right now, are the sprites straight? Yeah, they are completely straight. Now, what happens if I rotate the camera? I need to rotate it. Now, do the sprites keep being straight? No, you see, no, the sprites have rotated. Like, where's the sprite which makes this rotation happen? Like, this should not happen. I don't know what, like, what part of the code is making this happen. Like look at the sprites, bro. They are literally angled. Like, it makes sense. Like, maybe I could leave it like this, you know, because if the sprite gets angled, then they'll continue looking right. Like, you see, even if I rotate a lot, I still see them straight. The problem is that now you can click through objects. But yeah, like it's actually cool to see them like this. The problem is what happened. Look at the aura, bro. Of the UI. Bro, the aura is so jumping looks so weird. My problem with this is what exactly happens with the hitboxes. Like, are the hitboxes rotating too? Wait, why did my Unity freeze? Is my Unity crashing? What's happening, bro? Hello? Okay, my Unity might have crashed. Bro, what? They crash Unity? Bro, like, can you at least crash instead of just getting frozen like this? Can I at least get a crash? Wait, something to what? Bro, what happened? just wanted to check what happens with the hitbox. It's like the sprite gets angled depending of the angle of the camera, which is actually good. If it's only the sprite, then it's good. But like I think the hitboxes should not change because then like maybe there can be problems if it happens. But at the same time, if the hitboxes do not change, then mm, it can get pretty weird because like the hitboxes won't match the sprites, you know. So I actually don't know which one is better to have hitboxes which rotate or have them not rotate. I'm pretty unsure. But let's see. So I'm going to take the camera and I'm going to rotate it. I need to rotate it a lot. Look at this, bro. Bro, why can't I come close to the stuff without it disappearing? It's this crap. Bro, what? Why is this Vegeta not angled? Why is he built different, bro? Okay, so I want. Yeah, actually, it's only the sprite which gets angled because even the UI is still the same. There's this billboard script which probably just rotates this. Yeah, look, there's the rotation. Epic. And the rest, the whole player is still the same. So yeah, you can see that basically only the sprite rotates. Which, to be honest, I'm pretty sure it's better than rotating everything at the same time. Bro, look, the Vegeta is squeezed. That's so funny looking. Okay, the auras need to rotate too, though. Bro, this angle is so funny to do that. Where were the enemies? Oh, here they are. What angle is this, by the way? This is 66 degrees. Almost 6-7. Let's go to 6-7. Yes, 6-7 degrees. Look at that. The balls are spawning like extremely down. Like, what? Ryan getting smacked. Bro. Stardust Fall looks so weird on this angle, but it's actually cool. Like you see the balls spread more. Yo, your big one attack got bugged. Okay, so I want to take like different angles. I want to check how much does it break on the different angles, and because like I want to allow from like 10 degrees to 40 degrees or something like that. So this is the default 30 degrees. Let's now go to let's go to 10 degrees. Let's see how much does it break. Well, it's not that bad. Like, it's actually pretty good still. The auras are extremely tall now. That's okay. Like it looks nice. Like when you shoot a keyboard, it appears a bit over your hand, but it's not that bad, you know. Like to be honest, you can just remove the rotation of the sprites, or maybe just decrease it a bit so it's not as exaggerated. Then you have the 40 degrees, which is actually pretty bad. I expected it to be not that bad, you know. Well, this is actually 42. Let's go to 40. Well, no, it's not that bad. Okay, now let's disable the script which rotates the sprite, and let's see how that looks. Because if I disable the rotation of the sprite, then everything will look alright. Like the blasts will appear where they have to appear. You know. So let's disable this billboard script. Let's now try out different angles. So now you will see that if I go to 10 degrees, Gogeta will look like stretched up. But now the balls appear where they have to appear. And if I go to 40, he will look like squished. So my idea is that maybe I can keep the billboard but make it less exaggerated. So that I find like the sweet spot between stretching and having the right position of the blasts. It's like if not, if you get into these angles, he looks too squeezed, and if you get into like 10 degrees, he gets too tall. Into perspective, but the perspective look, like the perspective mode looks so good. Actually, pretty interesting to look at. So yeah, I think what I need to do is keep the billboard, but make it less saturated. Okay, this is pretty epic. And basically a lion. Like Gogeta has become a lion. The trees are also lions. Only the house looks normal. Oh, the Kamehameha is actually nice. Why can't I see the keyboard? What? Okay, so let me look at the billboard script. But I thought I will never use again the billboard script. Because like I threw away the rotations like months ago, and I just replaced them by y-axis scaling, but it appears like the billboard is actually going to be useful. Edit script. Mm, so here we have reference to the main camera, camera rotation. Okay, but you just get the camera rotation on the awake. What? Watch camera rotation but ignore flipping. Okay, but maybe this is a reference value. I mean, I guess it's a reference because if not, then how is the sprite rotating mid gameplay? Transform forward, camera main transform forward. Mm, okay, but I have this minus 30. So maybe this is like an offset. So, okay, what I want to know is if by default I change the angle to any angle, does the sprite rotate? Okay, yeah, it does. Okay. Yeah, then it works. So then what I want to do is I want to decrease the amount of rotation. So maybe decrease it by half. So how can I do that? Half. Rotate around, transform position, transform right. I don't know how the rotate around works. Let me look at it. Maybe transform, rotate around. First parameter is the point. The workspace point to rotate the target object around, and then the axis. Okay. So you rotate around the transform position and okay. Like if the character is like this, you use this axis, and then this is the angle to rotate. What? Oh yeah, like yeah, this is the offset. Like first of all, you set it to be the same as this one, and then you apply the offset, and you do that on every frame. Okay, that's a bit exaggerated. Like, why is this getting called on every single frame? Like, bro, there needs to be some tech here. Like, if transform dot forward, how do I? Because it's not the same because there's an offset. Mm, okay, I actually don't know how to take it. Yeah, I think I should just use angles and that's it. Maybe. Maybe I have to use Euler angles instead of transform vector. Mm, okay, so like this is an offset, so it has to always be applied, no matter what. Then what I have to modify is this. Mm, like here I'm just setting the transform forward. So maybe I just have to add like an in-between line here. Actually, it should be here after the offset. Mm, yeah, I don't think I can do this without using actual angles. So here I have this camera rotation, but I'm not using it at any point. But well, at least here I have how to get the angle. So I need to place this here, and now I don't know if this is read only. Okay, yeah, I can use this. Okay, so let me do this point rotation in angles. Actually, it's only without the rotation. equals new vector 3. I just want to change the x1. So here I have to add the right rotation. Minus 30. And now instead of camera rotation, I want to do something like actually this divided by 2. Probably something like this will work. I can delete this. And then I can add a condition here. Actually, this is kind of pointless. If I'm going to, no, right, I'm not going to write the conditional. Let's see if this works. So now technically the sprite should still rotate, but it should rotate less than it did before. Did work. So right now the camera is 44. So the sprite rotation, if it was like before, it will be at 14.9, but instead it should be half from that, so like 7.45. So let's see if it has happened. Yeah, exactly, 7.45. That's exactly what I wanted. The camera is 44. Let's make it less. 40, which I want to be my limit. So right now, the sprite looks really good. Like it doesn't really seem squeaked, and the beams appear to be pretty nice. Like they don't come off too far from the hand. Now let's get to the thin. It is kind of too tall, maybe still. They need some more rotation. Is it -9? Which makes sense, but like if I rotate more, it will become worse. Well, it's not really that bad. It's only bad if you instantly go from 10 to 40, then you really see a difference. Bro, I'm clipping through the wall. Maybe instead of rotating, I should just scale it up or down to avoid clipping through walls. So instead of Yokens is back. Also, hi to Madara Uchiha. Yeah, I'm going to finish the stream soon. Just want to finish something else. You can join the call before I finish. You have to join the call because there is very exciting news about the game. Mm, what? Yeah, I just have to scale it. So how do I scale it exactly? What am I doing? I'm making it possible for the camera to rotate during the game. You can join.
Hello?
Is here. Hello. What's up?
Yo.
How did the
What's up,
gym?
man?
How did the gym go, bro?
Good, bro. Good. I've been on the grind. Like I don't know if you remember that one stream I did if I couldn't do push-ups. Like I'm locked in now.
How much time have you been going to the gym?
Like maybe 2 months now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good consistency.
Wait, there was exciting news? You said there's exciting news?
Yeah, so the exciting news is that I have finally finished relearning my project. Now, right now, I'm like an extreme pro when it comes to knowledge of my own project, you know?
That's good. That's good.
I'm very wise, you know? Like, I'm a wise approximation right now. And
okay.
And now I'm working on making it. Are you watching?
No. I'm on my phone right now.
Okay. Well,
Let me see.
yeah. Well, actually, you already saw like the changing of the angles of the camera.
Oh, yeah, I'm watching.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So like, let me start again. So basically, you remember like the changing of the angle of the camera, right?
Yeah.
So like this. So the thing is, by default, the let me disable this script just a moment. Where is this, bro? Here. Okay, so by default, the sprite is straight like that. And if you move the camera, well, this happens. You know, of course, that's what happened. So in order to, I want the camera to be able to be moved in a range from like 10 degrees like this to like 40, something like that. That's the range I'm aiming for. All this. So there's, for avoiding this squishing of the sprite, which gets a bit weird, I'm doing like this thing where I rotate the sprite depending of the angle of the camera. So I'm going to turn it on again. So now if I rotate the camera, I'm going to show you here. You see how the sprite rotates too?
Yeah.
So I made it so it doesn't rotate as much as the camera, and that's because of what I'm going to show you now. Like, if the sprite rotates a lot, then this happens. Like, you see how the balls don't align with the hand.
Mhm.
That's because the only thing that's rotating is the sprite, but the rest of the character object is the exact same as it was before. So the balls keep spawning where they spawned before I rotated it. You know what do you mean?
Yeah.
So that's why it's not exact. And I don't want to rotate the whole object because that can cause really bad problems, probably. So I'm trying to get into the sweet spot, like the sweet spot of like rotating and getting the right position of the glass. And I think I can got it like here. This is 40, which looks pretty nice. Like, it's not too much. It's not very bad, the position of the ball. And for 10 degrees, it's also pretty good. And the sprite looks good on both 10 degrees and 40 degrees. Like, it's not too stretched or squeezed. So I can go to the sweet spot. But now I have this other problem, which is pretty easy to solve, where if I angle it like this, then I can click through the wall because the script is angled. You see?
Oh.
But it's pretty easy to. I don't know why this is happening on the editor. Like, when I get close to something, it disappears like that. But anyways, what I'm going to do now is, instead of angling like that the character, I'm going to stretch the sprite, which is what I already do. But right now I just have a fixed stretch which doesn't depend on the angle, like, it's just fit. So instead of doing this, I'm going to do this, you know, which from the camera point of view looks the same. I'm really anxious. Will it be released in May? No, like, probably not.
Okay.
Okay,
So stream tomorrow? Question mark?
what?
Are you streaming tomorrow?
Yeah, probably. Like, technically, if I keep the pace, the current pace of streams, I could finish in a month. Maybe, possibly. But I don't think I will keep the same pace because I'm getting
But
into
what do you mean
exams.
finish? Wait, what's the scope of this update?
Bro, you have the. Just look at the Discord server, bro. Like, you
Oh.
have this thing, you know?
Oh. I see, okay. I see.
Okay, so. Yeah, I need to change the rotation by just
New UI. Death screen. Oh, the UI is part of this update.
that's my
Yes.
intention. That's what I want. But I might change my mind, but it probably won't.
Hey man, I gotta go shower.
Okay. See ya.
Are you ending stream? Are you still streaming?
Yeah, I'm going to. I just want to change the rotation for scaling, and that's it. And I'll end.
Oh. Good luck with that.
Okay, thanks. See ya. Okay, let's do this thing. Like, the problem is that there's already a different script, which is probably the player controller, which is already stretching the sprite. Yeah, here local scale gets changed. And I need to find a way to make this not destroy the other feature. So Mm, why is this using current scale X? That's weird, kind of. Well, I can just use this Y scale multiplier. Is it public? It's not public. Okay. It's not good, bro. Well, I can just use this formula and that's it. Mm, okay, so here I have this. This is like the base Y scale. Actually, can like, right, I don't even need to do weird stuff. I can just like this just has to multiply. Here I use a 30, but instead of 30, I just have to change it by camera rotation. Then just put this inside of like transform the how's the line of code local scale. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to copy this whole thing. So local scale is going to be this. And then here instead of Y scale multiplier, I'm going to write this. Oh, well, I can just do Y scale multiplier equals this thing. Camera rotation. Although I don't really like them doing this calculation on every single frame, so I should fix that. Camera rotation. Okay, so now I just need to like divide this by 2, I guess. No, actually, no. That's stupid, bro. I have to divide. Mm, bro, you got a compiler error. The name doesn't exist. Oh, I have to write float. Bro, what? What is current scale? Okay, now did it get fixed or not? What is happening, bro? This is not good at all. Okay, I'm messed up. Hmm. Like, it doesn't make any sense, bro. Like, or maybe it does. But like, bro, if the camera angle is 30 degrees, then like should work. Does it look at 30? He's too tall even at 30, but like if the rotation is 30, then like this code here is the same as the one here. Like it's literally the same but with a 30. Degree to radian. There's literally not a single difference in the code. If I use like 0, then it's 1. Okay, yeah. Wait, maybe? Oh, yeah, yeah, I get the problem. Okay. Yeah, so I was fighting against a problem that did not exist. That's the thing. So this means that I don't care about. I can. I just have to like remove 30 from this, and that's it. Okay, bro. Thanks for the error. Why did I delete that line? What? Why is he so squeezed now? 30. Okay, at 30 it looks good, I guess. Oh. I'm just going to like multiply this by, I don't know, 1 or 2, for example. This has to be it. Please. This is too much angle. Let's go to 40. At 40 looks good. And at 10, alright, I still need to multiply more. Wait, actually, I think this is not taking into account the negative side. Let's check. Film camera. So if I go negative, yeah, it starts growing. Okay. So then the problem is that like this is a 30, this is 0, so it's cosines of 0. Yeah, so I can just use instead can use maybe sine. This maybe will work. Only maybe. Okay. Yeah, that's great. Oh yeah, of course. Like if I use a sine, I have to degree to radians, so I have to. How do I create a pi, or do we get a pi? Is it in caps? In this? No, wait, actually, it's not going to work either. Okay, still need to use a code. However, like it's not going to work. I think I'm just going to do this. Now, if the camera rotation is like 10, then this will be negative. Okay, yeah. This will have the proper sign, but I have to adjust it myself. I forget. From what? Is it really that big? I'll add another 0. Okay, let's rotate the camera. Yeah, that's too much, bro. It's shrinking so much. Hmm. This is too complicated right now. Will you do a live stream featuring the characters? Yeah, but once I finish the rest of the stuff, I will add the characters to the game. Or maybe you like my project. Take it if you want. Okay, yeah, I'll take it later. When I finish this. Okay. Is this working right now? Okay, bro. Yeah, of course, I don't want it to be negative, bro. Just want it to go below 1. This is not going to work. Maybe you can just keep the rotations. And to be honest, I'm just going to keep the rotations for now. Like, it's not even that big of a problem. So like this. So yes, I'm just going to keep it like this. You can use perspective. It looks nice like this. The only problem is that you can clip through walls the level. Just figure out the solution to that later on. Like it's not even that big of a deal, to be honest. Okay, I'm going to finish the stream already. I have to sleep. It's very late. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll stream probably tomorrow again. And I'll continue with this camera thing. Like I have to add an option on the menus which allows you to change the camera. And yeah, that's it for today. So see you tomorrow.